Your time starts now.
Chef, please open your basket. Today, you are gonna cook with party chicken wings, soft tofu, habanero peppers, and Brussels sprouts.
She doesn't like Brussels sprouts. I don't like Brussels sprouts. They don't taste good. They don't feel good to eat. She put that in there purely to punish me here.
Chef, you have 30 minutes and your time starts now.
Chicken wings are a bit time consuming, but I can work with them. The tofu though, it's not good, it's not flavorful, and the silken one's just gonna fall apart.
Today is an extra special round in the Quarantine Chop Kitchen because it's redemption round for Mr. Chef Eric. Looks like Chef Eric has the tofu draining and drying.
We don't have a deep fryer, so I know that I need to make some oven wings. But oven wings are gonna take about 45 minutes, so I know I need to get started right away.
He's starting on the chicken wings. Chicken wings, they're bone in. Though they may seem like a simple ingredient, it does take a minute to get it butchered and cooked through. I wonder where Chef Eric is going to go, what direction he's going to go in with these ingredients. Let's get back to talking about these Brussels sprouts. Most commonly known as the most disgusting vegetable out there, let's see how Chef Eric can tame that bitter flavor and make them taste delicious and turn this into a cohesive dish. Seems like Chef Eric is going to do garlic powder baked chicken wings. Remember, Chef, it takes a long time to cook these chicken wings. Exactly how long? I don't know, I've never done it.
While I've made chicken wings in the oven many times, what I'm realizing in the moment is that I do not know the details of how to do it.
Looks like Chef Eric has the chicken wings in the oven and he's turning on a skillet. Seems like Chef Eric is going to be stir-frying something. 30 minutes sure seems to go fast in this Quarantine Chop Kitchen.
So I'm hoping to do some sort of stir fry with the Brussels sprouts. Then the chicken tip, I'm gonna try and roast those with the stir fry. Give those Brussels sprouts like a little bit more of that savory flavor.
I think these ingredients have potential. Brussels sprouts have never been my favorite, so we'll see how Chef Eric can turn this into something delicious. Remember, Chef, you can use as much or as little of each ingredient as you want.
If she makes me cook with habaneros, she's gonna get full habaneros.
As long as they all make it to the plate. In a very smart move, he grabbed a glove to handle the peppers with.
That was the dumbest thing I did all evening. It was like trying to use a plastic grocery bag to cut with.
Looks like Chef Eric is de-seeding these habanero peppers.
The chicken wings are gonna need some sort of sauce. The habaneros seem like the obvious choice, but it's very difficult to make a hot wing sauce out of just raw peppers.
Mincing the jalapenos, the habaneros. Oh, it looks like Chef Eric is throwing the seed and the peppers into the Brussels sprouts.
I know I'm gonna need to get a good char on those Brussels sprouts, and I know the oven is currently occupied, so I'm gonna have to do it as a stir fry. And maybe that's a way to incorporate the tofu as well. But how does tofu, roasted Brussels sprouts, and chicken wings all go together? That part I still have no plan for.
What does Chef Eric plan to do with the tofu?
For the tofu, I know it's just such a finicky little baby. I'm gonna have to cube it, and then I'm gonna have to blanch it, and then I'm gonna have to drain it, and then I'm gonna have to throw it in with the stir fry at the end to absorb some of that sauce. How it makes sense, I still don't know.
Whew, it's getting spicy in here. Looks like Chef Eric got the lemon or the lime. Oh, if it's a good way to make people think you want coronavirus, just cook some habanero peppers. Oh, looks like Chef Eric is marinating the tofu with oyster sauce, lime juice.
I wasn't marinating the tofu.
Running around in the pantry. Sugar. Smart.
Thankfully, purely for the show, we bought a large bottle of pre-minced garlic, which I would normally find unethical. But in this case, I'm glad to be able to throw it in by the tablespoon. So I pulled my wings out of the oven and they are pale. And on top of that, they are completely stuck to the aluminum foil. I know I need to get the oven much hotter. I know I need to get a little bit of char on that outside. So I just grabbed some of the spray oil and I coat the tops.
Tofu is very delicate, especially the soft, silken tofu. What most chefs don't know is that in order for it to not break, you have to blanch it in some hot water.
No. This ain't my first rodeo. I know how to blanch tofu.
Maybe choosing habaneros is a bad idea.
It is getting quite difficult to breathe in the kitchen, but you know what? That's on her. What I need to start on is my garlic butter sauce for my chicken wings. But when I start to think about how to actually make a garlic butter sauce, I'm realizing that I don't know how to do that or where to start or what to do.
13 minutes left.
So ultimately I decided that a garlic butter sauce is gonna have garlic and butter.
Ooh, he grabbed butter. Butter and garlic. Oh, he's stir frying the tofu with the Brussels sprouts.
My Brussels sprouts have a good char on them, so I'm gonna throw in the tofu.
I think Chef Eric is going to do the stir fried vegetables and then make a sauce with this butter and garlic. He grabbed walnuts. Oh, he's adding a little crunch factor in with his stir-fried vegetable medley.
I'm just throwing stuff in.
He poured his little sauce concoction into those vegetables.
Upon reflection, maybe adding my garlic butter sauce would have been better and using my Asian sauce for the chicken wings. Would that have made more sense?
He has 3 basket ingredients in one dish. It's a lot of eggs in one pot.
I'm tasting my sauce and it's salty and it's bitter and it's not much else.
He got brown sugar. Now brown sugar is different from white sugar in that it has more molasses in there. 10 minutes left, chef, 10 minutes. There's a lot riding on this redemption round. Chef Eric seems a lot more cool and composed in this redemption round than he did in the very first round.
She keeps calling it a redemption round. I was pretty sure I won.
This quarantine chop kitchen is no joke. What does he keep running to the fridge for? Soy sauce. Soy sauce and butter, how interesting.
My garlic butter sauce, it sounds perfect as it is, obviously. But I want something more to it. And I want something that's gonna tie it together with the stir-fry Brussels sprouts tofu, because I know that chicken wings do not belong there. None of that belongs there.
He seems pleased with the taste of the Brussels sprouts.
With the brown sugar, the sauce is tasting really good, but it's not tasting spicy, and I want those habaneros to stand out. Because if you buy me habaneros, you're gonna eat habaneros.
5 minutes left on the clock, chef. Looks like Chef Eric is checking in on his chicken wings.
The chicken wings are done, they're nice and brown, they're not as crisp as I would like, but they're sticking to the aluminum foil like mad. Some of them I'm able to peel off, some of them I have to leave behind, there's just not enough time.
He poured the butter mixture on top of the chicken wings.
So I tossed the chicken wings with the garlic butter sauce real quick and they instantly get real soggy. So I throw them back into a pot on high heat and I hope they just sear in that butter a little bit. I'm thinking that if I can jam it into a cup, I can do an artful little mound. How that'll look nice with chicken wings, I don't know.
Chef Eric has started to plate. 3 minutes left on the clock, Chef.
I might have been a little over dramatic there.
2 minutes left on the clock.
I have time to try one of my chicken wings, and it is straight butter. It doesn't taste like anything. So I know I need to hit it with some salt, I need to hit it with some acid, but then there's not gonna be time to try it.
3, 2, 1. Hands up!
I know this lacks seasoning and it lacks salt. I meant to hit it with more fresh garlic right at the end there, but it just got so chaotic. Chefs, for you today I've prepared some garlic butter chicken wings with a side of spicy stir-fried Brussels sprouts and tofu. I hope to, surprise you a little bit by using all the spice in the Brussels sprouts and the tofu. And thank you.
This presentation is beautiful. Let's see how it tastes. It's delicious. The flavor on the chicken wing is incredible. The garlic and the butter. Salt level is perfect. I didn't think it was under-seasoned at all. My one suggestion for the chicken wings would be that I wish it had crispy skin. I think that really would have completed this dish.
I did try to throw it back into the pot at the end. I was hoping that with the excess butter, with a high heat, maybe that would add a little bit of crispiness. I think it did, but obviously not enough for your palate.
I feel like by adding the chicken wings back into the butter at the end kind of made it too oily. I kind of almost preferred you hadn't done that. I'm glad you have the chicken cooked through, and it was very delicious. The Brussels sprouts were still kind of bitter. I think Brussels sprouts need a lot more attention and cooking time in order to really get it cooked through, cooked soft, and to take out some of that bitterness. But I appreciate your conservative use of the habaneros because it is, definitely one of the hottest peppers out there. And in this dish, I don't feel that it overpowered it at all. The tofu was delicious, and the flavors all come together very well. I feel like you have redeemed yourself this round. I think you've done a very great job at combining all the ingredients to make one cohesive dish, and you really made the basket ingredients shine, which I got worried there for a second because you kept on running to the pantry and to the fridge. I never would have imagined Brussels sprouts with chicken wings, but they actually work really well together. Now I feel like it's missing something. I think it's missing a starch to really tie everything together and make it one complete entree. There isn't like a starch, like something to really tie everything together. It's so good. I think I'm done.